Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Johnny, how are you? Great, great.
Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, I'm still not good with this microphone thing. So once again, hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? Very good. All right, all right, all right. Sounds great. Sounds great. Glad to see everybody here to get today. Um, Today is a big day. So we didn't really prepare much of a lesson today because, as everybody is aware, we do have the African meeting with Rav coming up this Sunday, and I think that it's very very important that we sit around and we speak a little bit, we talk, we scrutinize some of the questions that Rav is going to be saying to us. So. Who else with us today?
Okay, so can everyone hear me? Yeah? Okay, great. So we've got a lot of friends with us, Anthony. We've got Abdul, BB Africa. Not sure who that is. Dillis.
Kalichi.
Oh, Kalichi, okay. Dillis, Emmanuel, Fifi, Gert, Johan, Mariana, Richard and Johnny, and Tauris.
All right, all right. An excellent bunch. Excellent bunch. Glad to
Everyone's
see
looking
you all.
really,
So,
really good.
before we go any further, we're going to start, I guess, like we always start, right? Johnny, would you
Okay.
please read us this opening intention?
Okay, great. So, oh, what happened there? Okay, my apologies. Okay, concerning the importance of friends. Article number 17, Part 1, 1984. This is the Rabash. But with love of friends, when friends bond to create unity among them, it explicitly means that they are equal. This is called unity. For example, either do business together and say that the profits will not be distributed equally. Is this called unity? Question mark. Clearly, a business of love of friends should be when all the profits and possessions that the love of friends yields will be equally controlled by them. They should not hide or conceal from one another, but everything will be with love, friendship, truthfulness, and peace.
All right.
Nice.
So, friends, as of right now, we're going to go to a little short clip of our Rav, and we're going to listen to what he has to say about the wisdom of Kabbalah. And then we'll come back and we will start scrutinizing some of the actions that we can take and the thoughts that we can produce for the questions that are coming up for our meeting. It's very, very important, very, very intense, and we can take it seriously. I'm sure you guys probably already have some questions, and so we can talk about all this, and we'll do what families do. We'll talk about it. So, Shmueli, will you play the clip?
Studying the wisdom of Kabbalah, really, it's a method of connecting people. And this is what's missing. Through the right connection between us, we influence both human society and the environment, nature, the still vegetative and animate levels in our world. Through our balanced relationships, we can balance the whole of nature that's below us. That's our only weapon and the right solution. To come to the right kind of connection between us. To really be closer, more considerate. And the wisdom of Kabbalah explains how to do this. Unequivocally, we are controlled by the evil inclination, meaning our egos, which are burning in us, and we have to know how we find within nature a positive force to compensate for the negative force that's controlling us. And when these two forces are in balance, we'll come to the complete state. And then the world will be beautiful, and so will humanity, and we'll get to it for sure. But let's hope it doesn't happen in a difficult way. Studying the wisdom of Kabbalah.
All righty, everyone. All right, great. So, All right, everyone. We are back, and we are going to get to work. But before we start the work, Johnny's gonna read concerning love, the importance of friends, one more time. We're gonna do a short workshop just to kind of get us warmed up, and then we can go into to really putting in some work towards our meeting on Sunday.
Okay, so this text is really, really special, friends. So we'll workshop it together, as Anthony just said. It's the same text I just read, but we'll read it again concerning the importance of friends. But with love of friends, when friends bond to create unity among them, it explicitly means that they are equal. This is called unity. For example, if they do business together and say that the profits will not be distributed equally, is this called unity? Question mark. Clearly, a business of love of friends should be when all the profits and possessions that the love of friends yields will be equally controlled by them. They should not hide or conceal from one another, but everything will be with love, friendship, truthfulness, and peace.
So our question is going to be, how can we achieve love of friends and also incorporate the importance of friends? How can we achieve the love of friends and also incorporate the importance of the friends? And Richard, you just like you slid up like this, and like you just I felt like you wanted to go first when you did that. So
We choose the love of friends and
incorporate the importance of friends.
Approaching the mic. So, yeah, the importance of friends. How can we achieve this? It feels like it all comes down to what we're doing here and what we're doing within this wisdom and this connection that we have, and being lucky and having gratitude for being able to find this and to understand what a friend really is in spirituality. I think without the environment, the society, the Rav, the books, the sages, we can't achieve love of friends because we don't know what it means. We don't understand it. But within this environment, we are learning. We're changing our default into understanding what love of friends mean. Yeah. Should I pick somebody? Okay. Enoch.
Thank you very much. I think we should love our friends dearly without any form of hypocrisy. That's what I can say for now. Thank you very much, Rahim. Should choose someone, I think. Okay, well, Abdul, please.
Thank you, Enoch. Well said there. How can we achieve love of friend and incorporate the importance of friends? We have to develop the attitude of listening to our friends. We have to develop the attitude of looking out for our friend when they seem not to be available. We have to make ourselves available to our friends when they have challenges. By such, I think we'll be achieving the love of friend. It is what we give to our friend that will show our love of friend. How we listen to our friend that will show our love for friends. Then incorporate the importance of friends. Yeah, it shows that our friends are important when we can show them that we will be there for them if there is anything. As I speak, so we all know these are very, very important in developing, achieving love of friends. But the way to do it practically, the way we do to do it practically, we are hindered. These are the descents that we experience, that we call on Creator to help us to achieve what we need to do to achieve the love of friends. Marty.M.Meydan.
Hello, good friends. I'm glad that we are meeting again, and that's how actually we can help each other in meetings and in groups together and try to get closer to the Creator with our intention and actually incorporating our evil inclination and inclination of good which Creator has given us. That's all. Ketori, is she here? No. Gerd?
Thank you. I just love look at sentences. It gives you everything. Love of friends is our goal, and so if we increase the importance of the friends, we get closer to our goal, and that incorporates everything. The two parts incorporate the Creator. So by love of friends, we increase the importance of friends to reach our goal of reaching equivalence of form with the Creator. The less.
Yeah, and we can achieve the love of friends through wishing to annul, wishing to listen. I like the words listen, but listen from the heart, which means you're opening up the heart to try and feel the friends and integrate with the friends, moving towards the center of the circle. And this warmth that's then created, as you've mentioned, Gert, is helpful to get to the importance of the friends. Emmanuel?
Good evening, everyone from Nigeria. I hope you can all hear me. I don't know if I understand the question very well, but for me, I believe egoistically, if you can measure the way you love yourself, and then you are able to suppress that ego and then give it to a friend in the same measure, which means you have been able to manage your ego and they share the same love you have for yourself to your friend. If I'm able to do that, obviously I have given love to my friend. So I believe if on your day-to-day activities, if you see the way you love yourself, the way you pursue corporeal things in order to make yourself happy, if in the same measure you are able to suppress your ego, see to your friend's welfare and see to your friend's need, I believe that is the measure and that is the only way you can give, and they give without sentiment. Hello, hi.
Now, Emmanuel, now you choose.
Right. I don't actually know how many people are there, but I believe Kelechi has not spoken. Kelechi.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. This is the most difficult work in the part, to know exactly what is love and how to implement it. like the article Jonah read, there shouldn't be any concealment. There shouldn't be any hidden agenda in our hearts when we're dealing with our brothers and sisters. I think a true love must be absolutely open, sincere, pampered with kindness and deep understanding of where and how we can integrate. Oh, we can talk about this for ages, but it takes a lot of work and practice. Even when people argue, it does not mean they don't love each other. It could be a sign of deep love for one another because they want to integrate. And the ego comes in between and tries to, everyone runs to his own tribe, to his own country, to his own skin color, and all these things. But if there is true love rises above all these corporal differences. And we come to a point where we are all equal, like the article said. There's no difference in any kind of level of judgment. And then we come as one, and like that we will solve every problem. The whole world will be at peace. There will be no terrorism or anything, or even global warming will disappear. It's a very deep thing, and that's all we're here to do. Let me not talk too much. Lehaim.
Who you choose, Kalichi?
Yes. I forgot. What about my big brother, Johan the Beer? Owing me a bottle of beer? I'm looking forward to that next week. I'm coming to South Africa. Johan, we cannot hear you.
My great friend, we can't hear you, but if you can write into the chat, then we'll read it for you, okay? And Kalichi, while he's writing into the chat, can you choose someone else?
Okay, I can. Doreen's Collins. I've been missing her also. Still, we cannot hear you, Terence. Why is it I'm choosing only people that cannot be heard? Okay, let's go to Yao. Yao, if it's an international problem, then we will see. Lahaim.
Yeah, I think love of friends is an injunction that the Creator gave us. We must love one another, pure and simple. As human beings, we must love one another. And that will be towing the line of instructions that we have. Holding the importance of the friends is coming to the realization that I think Johan is coming through.
Go ahead and finish, Yao. I think he wrote into the chat, did he? Right?
Yeah. Okay, and that one, the friends are our reality, and it is only through them that we can reveal the Creator. So that is the most important aspect of our work, coming to that realization. Lahaim. Johan, coming.
Madonna, can you guys hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Like Rob said in the beginning of tonight's meeting, the biggest thing I can do for the friends is everything in my power to make sure that me personally in the 10 of the friends and the friends together are able to balance the left line and the right line to the middle line. And the only way we can do that, the only work we've got is to build a key for bestowal, because we got no clue what true love is. Not even in our faintest ideas can we try and imagine what that would be between us. But like Rafa said numerous times during this last couple of days, it's a work of the Creator. That's something we cannot do. So our work is in building in the 10, in this group, the key where the Creator feels free to reveal himself and to fill that empty key that where everybody is tied to self and he can fill it with himself and with the self. Fifi?
Fifi, brother, you got a bad connection there. But if you can write it, I think your internet. But if you can write in, then someone will read it for you.
Thank you very much, John.
Okay, all good. So who's next? Johnny. You just sitting over there all quiet, man. We want to hear you make some noise.
Louisa.
It's good to listen sometimes. Yeah. To come to love of friends, there's very distinctive, very clear guidelines that our dear old sage and authentic Kabbalist Rabash left behind for us. And, one of them is we form an assembly with points in the heart and we make an agreement, a covenant for our Arvut, in order for us to grind the stony hearts. And when we grind these stony hearts, we use the covenant in order to remain in love of friends, because we will fall out of love. We will hate. The evil inclination will arise and has to arise. So it's in this specific environment that we learn how to achieve the great law of love thy neighbor as thyself, or love thy friend as thyself. So it's like all the friends have said, this is the work. This is the difficult work, to come out of self-love and self-cherishing status of will to receive, which we are completely. So the importance of the friends who have the exact same importance of revealing the Creator and opening the concealment to the upper worlds. This is exactly why we are here and what we wanting to achieve. Vessels of bestowal, faith, and equivalence of form with the Creator. L'chaim. Louisa.
Thank you, Johnny. What was the question? Was it love of friends? Right, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. The question was, how can we achieve... Oh, okay. Richard and Johnny put the question again.
I posted it for you, Louisa. There we go.
I think love of friends is what every one of you have just said. Hate has to be there. Without hate, we're not doing the right work, like what Rolf says. Coming together in meetings like this, WhatsApp. I know I haven't been there for a while, but this is it. When others are down, you lift them up. when we see your comments on WhatsApp, on Facebook, all of that, it's love of friends that we do. We're doing it, we're working on it. We're listening to Rav every morning, Zora lessons, coming together, learning more and more and more, all for the reform, to reform ourselves, to correct ourselves, to be able to adhere with the Creator. Richard.
So we've gone full circle. I've gone already, Louisa.
He was the first one. Where's Mel? I see Mel was here. But she's dropped off again. So let's go, Anthony.
What about Torrance Collins, please? She's not spoken. Torrance, could you try again to open your mic and see if you can come?
Therese, just yell. Just yell. Just scream. Do anything. Throw the phone, throw the camera down, do something. No, look, it's all good. But Therese, if you can write in, though, we will definitely read it out for the friends. So, everyone, you know that Friday is a big day.
Oh, let's level friends. Maybe. So what's the...
We're gonna let me slide, huh? All right. So look, love of friends for me is it's a lot of different things. It's a lot of different things that I'll incorporate into one ending result. But for me, love of friends is something that I haven't been able to touch, that we're trying to touch, that we're learning, that we're studying, that Rav is guiding us. But for me, love of friends is really about annulment. It's really about bestowal. It's really about all these things that I've read in these Kabbalist books about, that the Rav has told me about. It's for me, more than what it is, it's just something that I want to achieve. I want to be there. I want to be there with my friends in this thing that we call love of friends. I know I get like a little tingly feeling of it when we're together. I get a bigger tingly feeling of it whenever we're at the Congress, and I think it's something really, really special that I can't quite grasp, but I do want it. I do want to be a part of it. That's why I'm here with you all tonight. That's why we're in the morning lessons. You know, the funny thing that just happened here in Israel is that they switched our 10. And they stuck me in the same 10 with Johnny. And it's amazing that and also a bunch of old friends that I was with before, and it's amazing. So we you know, we're starting all over with new 10s, building new relationships, getting closer, trying to unite with new friends. And it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I'm looking forward to the challenge and to the work, because that's what it takes. That's what it takes. And so, but to answer what love of friends for me is, it's just being together as one. It's everything: the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's all of it into one. But reaching that final destination of adhesion with the Creator. That's where we're trying to go. That's why we're here. We want to unite. Like Richard was saying, like Johnny was saying, we want to unite and we want to follow the path of Bala Sulam and Rabash. We want to go and do as the Kabbalists told us, that we read, that we study about in these books every day, that we hear our Rav talk about. We can see the greatness of the friends. I mean, you can see how you feel when you're with the friends. You know that there's something there. And so love of friends is really revealing that together. So I'm going to be quiet now. L'chaim. Jono.
L'chaim. Yeah, it's I really enjoyed reading that passage of Rabash the second time, because his words are really, really very, very powerful. And you feel it in the essence of all his words that there's no egoistic element. You know, everything's equal and everyone's thinking about the other and not about themselves. And you can feel that flowing in his words. It's so far removed from the rules of this world where everything's about the me. Here in the words of Rabash, you can hear he's talking about the we. And the I doesn't exist. And that is the love of friends, where everyone, there's no calculation on oneself. It's just we're all working towards the common collective, where everyone feels that they can take power from this correct collective force that we're among. And everyone's just giving with the other to the other with no calculation for themselves at all. And this is true love of friends. It's very different to what we know as love in this world, where people are giving something with the expectation that they're going to get something back in return, which is all, as we know, it's okay. It's egoistic love. There's nothing wrong with it. It's how we're all built. But where we're talking about spiritual love, where we're just doing everything for the other in order to build this common soul, common kli, common feeling of mutual connection. So yeah, Rabash to me says it all. And also here we have two comments, Anthony. Firstly from Fifi, which I would like Abdul to read for us. Abdul, are you able to see the text? Or maybe Fifi, if you can read.
No, he can't speak.
Can't speak.
That's why he wrote in. Here.
So maybe Abdul, can you? Yes, please. What Fifi wrote, yeah.
We are created egoistic, which is self-love, and it's very difficult for someone to fulfill the need of a friend rather than himself. For us to achieve the love of a friend, one has to know his ego, that is self-love, and incorporate the importance of the friends. And remember, the greatest love of all, love thy friend as thyself.
Hi. And also Tauris has also written some beautiful text. Dillis, why don't you read for Tauris, please?
2 seconds, thank you. In order to achieve love of friends, we must go deep within us to throw those bullets. We don't know if and when the bullets fired are successful, but at least the action of trying has taken place. Every day we must make sure each other knows is supported by the 600,000. The action of showing up to meetings and reaching out to friends because you think about them as a mother or father would. When thoughts of friends consume us, we connect 24 hours. L'chaim.
So, friends, has everybody spoken? Is there anybody there? I can't see everybody. Let's see here. Mel, are you with us? Can you speak?
And Dan is also here.
Okay, maybe Mel can't speak. Daniel, can you speak?
Hi friends, but I connect few minutes ago. I'm a little lost. I don't know what I have to speak about. If you can clarify to me, sorry, I am a little lost.
Read the question to him.
How can we achieve love of friends and incorporate the importance of friends?
This is something that we have to go faith about reason, no? It's, we are animal. The reason always push us to be a slave, want to the will to receive, want to control, and controls us every time. But we have to learn and go faith our reason and ask the Creator to help us. He is the only who can help us to go out from our slavery, from of the will to receive. Um, we have to do all our effort to be in the morning lesson, to be in the tent, praying from the friends, preparing ourselves for the next Congress, for the friends, for the Clio Lamy, and try as much as possible to be in bestower. And even if we are in lowlish math, but it doesn't matter. If we want to, little by little, if the importance of the creator is bigger, the importance of the friends is bigger, and we pray that it doesn't matter if we are in the right line, left line. The only point is to be with your friends, to please the creator. That's it. That's it. Faith about reason and believe that the Creator will save us. Um, and we want to be a slave of the Creator, not to be a slave of the will to receive. Next.
I see my old friend Reinhardt there. Can you speak, brother? Okay, I think
he's listening only.
He's just on listening mode. Ah, there he is. I see that pretty face. Come on, man, give it to me.
Hey guys, love of friends. Well, yeah, love of friends. It's that force that all of a sudden pulls a little string that you've got in your heart, and it gets you to open up a video like this and start speaking to the friends. Yeah, you guys really inspired me. I'm busy sitting here studying. I have an exam tomorrow, so I'm busy with my nose in the books, and I thought I'll just listen in, but I can't keep silent. So, I just wanted to say that what you guys are doing right here, right now, maybe we don't really understand it. Maybe some of us don't really feel it, but this is really a miracle that we're generating here. It's a miracle because, it's that concept that Rav was talking about a couple of lessons back, where we were speaking about the melting of the hearts, where the hearts become like lava, that stony heart, it starts heating up and becomes like lava, and then all of a sudden you've got this intermingling and you start feeling the friends deep inside of you. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you, and Chaim.
L'chaim. Reinhardt, I hope you come back and visit me soon, man. We got some catching up to do. We always have a good time when he's here. So friends, look, let's get down to business. Let's get really serious. First thing, have you all as a group discussed, I know we talked about it the other day. We said we would mention it here. We spoke Sunday, but have y'all brainstormed? Have you come up with any questions for the Rav? We're going to have 15 minutes this Sunday, okay? So we're going to start like we always do, 5 o'clock Israel time on Sunday. And then I think it's, 5:15? We start, okay? I'm going to be in the studio in Shimon's office first. And then whenever they tell me to come to the studio, I'll go to the studio and sit with Rav. And we will begin. Shimon will be there also with us. So I'm going to be quiet. Does anybody want to speak? And have you, if you haven't come up with any questions, it's okay as well. We still got time to go over and scrutinize some of these questions and work together on them. But tell me, have you come up with anything?
Anthony, there's been no meetings. No meetings has been called to discuss this, or to put some questions together, other than the meeting on Sunday. So I think we need to actually use this time with everybody here, whoever's here, to actually come up with some questions. I'll start it off, and I'll say that one of the questions I'd like the friends to structure to ask Rav. Quite often we hear the reason that Africa has challenges of connection, of internet and data and all this stuff, which is valid, and I think it's a situation that's on the African continent based on an economic scale of infrastructure and availability of resources and finances to the masses. Possibly in South Africa, we are more fortunate, that's where there is more wealth and more infrastructure, but there's also other African countries in their capitals where they also have good infrastructure and, that's connection. Everyone in this day and age has got a cell phone and is able to connect in some way or another. If it's not individual, it's in groups. And what we would like to possibly ask Rav is the readiness of the individual within this environment. We say that none else besides him places us in all these challenging positions and states and situations and places, so everything is calculated. And the readiness of the individual within this study and this environment in order to pursue the love of friends and the group work in order to be able to connect. So how is this seen with regards to the study, being available and present, being able to connect above all reasons, and how does Rav see this for Africa and the situation that it is, than always finding the reason and the excuse for not being able to connect? And we know as well that friends cannot help each other financially in order to connect, or because, the transactions of monies and all of that. So there's a big question in there that I think we need to clear up so that we don't stifle or choke the development of Africa. L'chaim.
Okay, that was a good valid question. So let's see here, Johnny's typing it up. And so let's go around. Let's put some questions. Let's put some questions out here. If anybody else has something that they want to put out, let's throw out some questions. And I mean, if we can get 10 or 20 questions, it would be great. And then we can always narrow them down to a few. But we need to put some stuff out there and that we can work with. I think that this right here was a really, really good question, Johnny, because I feel like it is a real issue with Africa being so big and so huge that the connection is very, very important, and it's very vital in the wisdom of Kabbalah and in our existence. But the creators put a lot of stumbling blocks along the road there. So it's a very valid question. Does anyone else have anything that they would like to bring up? Any other questions? Now I'm sitting here, there's like 11 men, like 4 or 5 women. Everybody's just sitting there looking nice on the screen, but nobody's saying.
Okay. And Abdul speaking. Am I being heard? Okay.
Yeah, we see you.
In furtherance to the question that Johnny just put up, I am looking at a situation, if it is possible, where we can create a unit, small unit in African cities, where people that have already gotten this wisdom, that have advanced in this wisdom, somebody like Johnny, somebody like Kelechi, somebody like Dillis, and so on and so forth, where they can impact it on these cells so that they will be developing even though without internet connection. Meanwhile, before we have that, is it possible? This is the question. Is it that possible? Is it visible? This is the question.
So let me see if I'm getting this right. Is it possible that you could set up something? Are you looking for something like a dissemination, like maybe a dissemination project or something like that to bring more people? Or explain to us one more time.
Yeah, something like that, dissemination project, something that creating a small canal in cities where people can meet physically, and somebody that is already advanced in this study impact what he or she knows and the people that are interested in the wisdom of Kabbalah.
So basically, what he's saying is like maybe some of the people that have been studying for a while or something like that could help. I think he's looking for more something like dissemination, a way to spread the wisdom of Kabbalah to more African cities. Is that something of what you're thinking, Abdul? Spreading the wisdom to more people in local towns and places of that nature?
No, what I'm thinking is this. It's not everybody that's interested in studying Kabbalah. There are people that are interested, like Johnny has put up, that have no resources or that they are constrained by lack of data or connection problem that they cannot do. So this class of people, how can we bring them together in the cities and having people that are already advanced in this study, impacting what they have or sharing what they have with them physically in the cities? I hope I'm clear now.
Yes, you're looking for a place to bring people that have the financial challenges, maybe it be socially, economic, things of that nature. They have these challenges, and so you would like to bring a place for them to meet. Is that correct?
Let me get in there, please. I think it's a problem of not understanding the environment completely. What Abdul is talking about is a method where the Africans meet like in churches or in mosques or synagogues and have a workshop or discussion physically. Our brothers have done that in Cameroon by Jan Emmanuel. They've done something similar and it's very effective. And I don't know why they stopped after a while. And we know this. His question would be, is it okay for veterans or people that know this wisdom not to talk about internet connection, but physical connection with people on the ground and teach them this wisdom maybe with books like they do in Accra or with CDs and tapes? Old school. Behind.
Hi.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. And I think good question. And I think, I know before that they had instructor courses for us to take to be instructors. So I'm pretty sure we'll ask Rav about that, but I'm pretty sure that they still offer some courses. Basically, I think that people could take courses and maybe do like what you're saying in their local area. So that'd be a good question for Rav we could scrutinize that with him and ask and see. Okay. Anyone else?
Well, just to add a bit to that, I think, doesn't that mean that if you thinking of Africa, probably they will need to change the style a bit, because a lot of people can't read or write in Africa. So how would that work? Does it mean that it's just what you just read to them and they just listen, or I don't know how would that work? And another thing is, maybe like the North America, they have after the main course for the student, they have lessons every week, just like what we're doing now. But they have instructors who teaches different subjects. So people are not left hanging. So they could always go somewhere to still. So the learning still continues for them. And some of the African brothers and sisters, we all joined this North American group to continue the lessons. But as it is, I think they've now shut some of the venues because you now have to pay for it. So that has left a lot of people hanging because I think it's about $25 or so for each. So I don't know if we could have something like that in Africa where the lesson still continues. It just don't end, but still continues.
Okay, and I'm pretty. Go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, adding to Abdul's question. I think the wisdom of Kabbalah is very new to most people in Africa. So which one is the best way to disseminate this invaluable knowledge to many people in this continent?
Hi, that was an excellent question, and I'm sure that Rav will. Was the best way to say perfect. Okay, let me ask you guys this. Any questions in regards to? Does anybody have any questions in regards to spirituality, or in regards to the goal to the goal as far as the group is concerned? Any questions in regards to the African group as a whole?
The immediate question that I have popping up is, it's like wanting to ask the Father, are we doing well? Are we going in the right direction here? Does he feel us evolving? But I think that's an egoistic question, actually, perhaps.
You know what? You're probably braver than me because I've wanted to ask him that several times and I just didn't have the. But maybe I can ask him now that it's coming from you. I'm gonna say Dilly's from South Africa said.
No, I don't want to hear the answer anymore. I'll just keep working.
See, you already know the answer. See, you just said it. Just keep. Great. Anyone else?
Another question. When are we having a Congress in Africa?
Now you're talking. Okay. Anyone else? Parazzi, man, I haven't seen you in like forever. You don't call me no more. What's up, Parazzi? And then you just popped up today, man.
Therese has mentioned something here.
What's Therese got here? What is the difference between the whole and the complete? Perfect.
What does she mean? What was the whole?
The deficiency in regards to the great deficiency, Tyrese. It says here, great deficiency, Lahaim. What is the difference between the whole and the complete in Kabbalah?
What does she mean?
Explain a little bit, elaborate a little bit more on that question. I like the way you just took your mic off mute, but we can't hear you. You got to write to us. All right. Anyone else? While Therese is typing to us, anyone else?
Okay.
Oh, we can hear you.
Oh.
All right. Thank you, Richard and John. Okay. Rav talks about the whole of man and receiving and bestowal, or the opposite orders being what completes a phase or a thing. So when you're talking about being whole, I consider being whole as having both ends of the spectrum. You can't have good without bad and bad without good. So what's the difference of being whole and complete? They're not used interchangeably, I've noticed.
Okay.
But don't ask it if it doesn't make sense.
Fifi, I see you wanted to say something, but it
Laheim friend, I don't know if you could.
No, Fifi, we couldn't make you out. But if you can write to us, though, we will read it out loud for everyone to hear.
All right. Thank you then.
Oh, wait. We hear you now. I don't know what happened. Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. I heard Ralph saying that unless we could be in if we could know the governance of nature, then we could be in the equivalence of the Creator. So I want to ask Ralph, how could we be or know the governance of nature and move on with the governance of nature? Then we'll be in the equivalence of the Creator and move on in spirituality. Thank you.
That was from the third part of the morning lesson this morning. You was watching the lesson today, huh? The third part, the very beginning, the first 2 minutes. Don't ask me how I remembered that, but perfect. Anyone else?
Fifi, so I wrote here, how could we know the governance of nature such that we can be in equivalence of form and know the Creator? Is that correct, my friend?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct, my friend. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
Perfect. So as of right now, we've got a total of 8 questions. Okay.
Need more.
Total of 8 questions. We got 2 options, friends, because it's now 21:28. Do y'all want to stay like an extra 5 minutes and get a few more questions? Or does everybody have? If anyone has to go, I'm not holding you to staying, okay? But if you want to stay for a few extra minutes and try to put out a few more questions, maybe we'll reread some of these questions and we can start whittling them down. Also, we have today.
We can put them on Facebook. And then the friends
Yeah, we can do some stuff on Facebook, and also we have from today until Sunday. You can write into the BB Africa 1 email, and we can go through there as well.
Yeah, friends, another idea, we can put the questions on Facebook in the closed Africa group, and then we can the people can give comments about the questions and feedback. It's closed to only the Africa friends. That's also a really good forum to get the questions. You may be at work or during the day on your phone, and you can make a comment about a question and add stuff. That's another, rather than sending it to an email, because then it's dynamic if it's on Facebook. Yeah?
Yeah, but it'd be too a bunch of posts. Like,
no,
we keep it like, we can try to do it in one post and then just do the comments under that post.
Yeah.
So that way we can monitor it better instead of a bunch of different posts. But anyways, as we are right now, anybody have anything else?
Yeah, friends, it would be great to get a few more questions and then just streamline that. Sunday will be upon us very quickly. So I'm sure you have burning questions out there. Just throw it out. Doesn't matter how it sounds. We will just choose a few of them. L'chaim, friends.
Another option also is we could meet a little bit early on Sunday to scrutinize the questions. We've got 15 minutes. When Rav gives his explanation, and we got translation going on. So I'm going to be speaking to him in English, and then somebody will be translating into Hebrew. So we can probably do about 3-4 questions, and that way that'll give him enough time to answer each one of them for so he can answer them. But what we could do, if the group wants, we could meet a little bit early, maybe 20-30 minutes before the lesson starts, or before the meeting starts, and that way we could go over them for the last and final. We've got options. We've got plenty of ways to stay connected with each other. As of right now, though, Johnny, can you read what we have at this point?
Okay. Maybe these questions need to be polished. Yeah. So I'm setting the questions to Dillis as well, because Dillis, I think you'll be making notes as well, right? And then you can really send it to all of BB Africa, if that's okay, just to make sure the questions are polished correctly, because I don't trust my writing and my comprehension. So, Johnny from South Africa said, we hear that Africa has challenges of connection, data, because of data issues, etc. We see that is on an Africa scale, that there's issues of infrastructure, wealth issues, etc. Hold on. I think I've written here more. The readiness of the individual within the study and environment to pursue love of friends and connect. How does Rav see this in Africa for connection, given the reality of economic, logistic and practical issues in Africa with data, etc., which the friends see as impacting the ability to meet the criteria requirements of BB Africa to attain connection? That's what I wrote. Second question, Abdul. Again, these questions will be sent to BB Africa, and then you can write back and you can rewrite the questions. Abdul wrote, said, how is it possible for strong friends in Kabbalah to help spread the wisdom sharing with the people physically in the various cities in Africa, i.e. a method where the friends in Africa can meet physically in the various towns and cities, a physical environment where friends can be taught on the ground in Africa by friends who have the right background, etc. Louisa said, many people cannot read and write in Africa. How can we help them grasp and pick up the wisdom of Kabbalah, given the situation? Enoch said, the wisdom of Kabbalah is very new to many people in Africa. What is the best way to distribute the knowledge to people in Africa? Dillis noted, are we doing okay? Are we going in the right direction here? Does Rav feel us evolving? Enoch noted, when are we going to have a Congress in Africa? Tauris, what is the difference between whole and complete in the wisdom of Kabbalah? Fifi, how can we know the governors of nature such that we can be equivalents of form and know the Creator? That's it. Yeah.
L'chaim. All right. Perfect. So we've decided all together here that we are going to continue this all the way in through the weekend or into Sunday. The meeting's at 5 o'clock Sunday. We will open. If you all would like to go a little bit early so we can talk about this again, I kind of think it's a good idea. Maybe 15, 20 minutes somewhere in that area early on Sunday. So that'd be like around, let's just say 4:30, 4:40 on 4:30, 4:40 Israel time on Sunday. Then we all meet and we just narrow down the last of the questions. Maybe we'll also run these by Shimon as well, and we'll go from there. And then we'll start our regular meeting at 5, and around a quarter after we will go into the meeting with Rav, and we'll be live with him, and we'll go from there. Okay.
I just want to say something, friends. We've seen something very recently come from Rav. Rav first he's spoken a lot about Africa, about the friends. He really feels the Africa Kli. There's no question about that. he's encouraged this meeting to call the meeting, which is a really good sign. That means he wants to get closer. He wants to help us develop. He wants to see what issues there are, and see where he can assist. Because obviously, no question, he feels very strong friends in Africa and a very strong drive to start the group evolving and building. Also, he's spoken about the Congress. So we really need to capitalize. I just want to raise the importance here on this meeting. We don't have how much time we have? Like 15 minutes with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've only got 15 minutes with him. So Rav's got a big love for Africa, and he wants to come to a Congress. So let's really use this opportunity. Or firstly, everyone to please be there on the Zoom. Secondly, let's maybe drum up some more questions here and put them on Facebook. You can send it to the main Africa email, because Dillis will be emailing everybody, and turn this into something where we can take Africa to another level. Because Rav feels that there's potential. We feel there's potential. Look at all the great friends here tonight, and so let's really, use it and take the ball in our hands, and let's go to another level of connection and development for Kabbalah in Africa. And yep, that's it. L'chaim.
All right, L'chaim. So, friends, we look forward to getting this work going and making it happen this Sunday. It's going to be amazing. I have no doubt in my mind about that. Johnny is going to read us the closing intention, and then I will see you guys later. You got it?
Yeah, I do. Do I have it? Yes. Why don't you read it, Anthony? Go ahead.
Alrighty. So here we go. This is from concerning bestowal. Wait. No. Where's the one you just closed out? You sent it?
Yeah, I sent the email.
Perfecto. Concerning the importance of friends. It turns out that if one has love of friends, the rule in love is that you want to see the friend's merits and not their faults. Hence, if one sees some faults in one's friend, it is not a sign that his friend is at fault, but that the seer is at fault. The seer is at fault. Meaning that because his love of friends is flawed, he sees faults in his friends. Therefore now, he should not see to his friend's correction. Rather, he himself needs correction. It follows from all the above that he should not care for the correction of his friend's faults, which he sees in his friends, but he himself needs to correct the flaw that he has created in the love of friends. And when he corrects himself, he will see only his friend's merits and not his faults. L'chaim, friends. Kalichi. Where's Kalichi? Did he leave already? Oh, man, I was going to ask for a kiss. Good night, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Mwah.